Well, here goes for another Sunday audio. It's early Sunday morning when I'm recording this, and it is lovely and sunny outside, and here's hoping that that will continue for today. It's always good for the daily exercise. Today is Good Shepherd Sunday and World Day of Prayer for Vocations. One of the great images that we're presented with of Jesus is that of the Good Shepherd. The Gospel for today's Mass, and hopefully you get an opportunity to get a read through it. But in it we have the sheep who hear the voice of the shepherd. They follow the voice they know. One of the great messages, truths of the Bible is that God has a voice. Not that he has vocal cords, but he has a voice. God communicates with us. He communicates with us personally. He has the effect on us that a voice has on us. Our world didn't come into existence just through chance. It was spoken into being. Genesis, in the book of Genesis, and God said, God's voice, let there be light, and there was light. The voice of God brought about creation, brought about our world. And God, who spoke creation into being, knows us personally. Favourite psalm of mine is Psalm 139. It's a very familiar one. We're familiar with the hymn, Yahweh, I know you are near. But in Psalm 139, it says, Lord, you search me, you know when I sit and when I stand. Even before a word is on my tongue, you know it. God knows our voice and we hear his voice. We have been built to hear God's voice. We're like the sheep who recognise the voice of the shepherd. We hear God in the scriptures, we hear him in the teachings of the church, we hear him in the liturgy, we hear him in our conscience. When you've done something wrong, turned away from God, entered into a way of displeasing God, that's when conscience speaks. It speaks with all the power of a voice. And something worth noting in the Gospel for today's Mass, the shepherd goes ahead of the sheep. Not behind them, not by their side, but the shepherd goes ahead of the sheep. They follow because they recognise his voice. He is their shepherd. Christ is ours. Just to conclude, a wee bit of guidance that I noted for myself at the start of this lockdown period, and I think this is either day 40 or day 41, but make a schedule, have a routine, don't binge, don't go on YouTube Safari, exercise, increase your prayer time. I haven't always stuck to these, I have to say, but regarding the last point, increase your prayer time. As this is World Day of Prayer for Vocations, just during your prayer time today, pray for vocations, pray for priests, pray for more priests for our archdiocese, and pray too for seminarians, especially during this lockdown period. For seminary is closed. Pray for our seminarians and all who are discerning their vocation. Just have a lovely, peaceful Sunday and take care.